Here's my summary of Ancient Util. There's like 40 nades. A lot of them are not hard. A lot of them are just throw a nade at the thing you want to nade type things. So for mid, you're coming into this line and aiming at the last big brick, kind of the top corner of it. It's a jump throw, and then I usually follow it with a flash, aiming at the tree along this line. That'll smoke your red. Another mid util, which does not have a really hard lineup. Just aim at the top, literally anywhere along this line. To Molly back donut. Smoking off Jaguar can be good to help take cat, as you're coming in this corner near the tree, getting stuck, and aiming, following this line up to the top of this building, and it's a jump throw. And it'll ledge itself in there and kind of smoke off Jaguar. Some more like anti-rush style mollies. We're coming up A, you're just looking at this top corner, and when you walk up the stairs, you just release it. Even before you get up the stairs, it's fine to release it. Stop A, rush. And with B, again, simple, kind of throw the molly at the thing you want to molly. If you're stuck outside and you know that they've been like ratting close, just like hiding, it might be worth it. It also stops rushes for a little bit. And then again, taking, if you want to, once the smoke fades, you want to take Jaguar. The molly is just in line with this, to the right of this wall. Running forward. Pretty loose throw. A execute stuff. Smoking donut, come back here. Crouch, and you're looking for this break in the trees. And it's a crouched W jump throw. I follow it up with this flash. Two more quick flashes. When you're running out, especially on like pistols or quick hits, looking at this top corner, not hard. Anyway, it's gonna get stuck. You're not looking at it, so it doesn't really matter. Blinds. That first flash blinds all of these spots. Second flash blinds this looking at it and all of their backside stuff and like this angle. Another good run out flash. Got a bad bounce there. You're throwing it looking kind of over here. And it pops behind big box and blinds triple, blinds all of these like kind of off angles and donut, and blinds like temple. So some util from right here. Again, not very hard lineups. You're just looking anywhere along this line and giving it a good run throw to smoke CT. And from the same spot, you can molly triple, headshot box, whatever, by looking along this wall. Kind of past where this palm tree is, or palm tree, like fern, or whatever. And then if you're in donut, it's good to come into this corner and throw a smoke off of kind of this staircase looking thing. It's a little bit better to miss to the left than right, just because of how the nades bounce. And that lets you come out CT without being killed by like an auber posted up. Sometimes it can have weird lurk stuff in it. Following it with a flash, you don't have to be in the corner for the flash, but following it with a flash is good because it blinds all of these angles that can be posted up. Okay, for B, this kind of spot in the door where this X is, looking at the top of the fern, throwing a smoke for short, and looking at the top of this building for a molly for a pillar. Gives you a pretty easy way. Can't come out cave, can't play either side of the pillar. And throwing the flashes after it, you're kind of aiming along this B to where this thing is, and eventually you'll just start landing the spot without looking for the B. Looks like the flash is going to blind you. It does not. Like, partial blinds you. Full blinds that, partial blinds that, full blinds all of this stuff, full blinds all of this stuff, unless you're like hugging the left wall. For long, you're coming in this corner. It's not really a corner. Coming in the middle of this box, looking above the corner of this box where this texture changes, throwing a flash, and then looking up a little bit, throwing a flash. If you really want to make it a really good flash, you actually jump on top of the box and do the same thing. That smoke's long. It's kind of lurky, but you're not going to have any angles to clear if you're throwing that and the other one. So Your backside Molly, or your Cubby Molly, go where the bucket is. Not exactly where the bucket is. If you're going where the bucket is, and then aiming at the other bucket, coming down on a slant to the bottom of the bucket, that's going to bounce and Molly Cubby. Now for some post-plant B stuff, because you often get stuck out here. You're going to want to come into that same corner, and then now aim at the elephant trunk. You're throwing a Molly, an HE, and where you're at right there, the pillar is directly in line with this pole, and head level non-crouched is around on the pole like here. They're usually going to be crouched, so it's around here, and they could be off to the left, they could be off to the right. But combine that with a HE, you're going to be spamming them. In cave, just looking along this line of bricks, like a step throw, pretty forgiving. And again, you can see the pillar in here, so just look at the pillar and then try to feel it out. It's usually near the lamp, unless you're super like deep for some reason, but a lot of those shots would hit. And we're gonna move to the CT side. Okay, for CT side, I'm gonna go over the two like anchor players first because their utils are really easy. A anchor, you're kind of running into A main, looking at the Molly here. Oh, brother. Well, I got bumped. That stops the rush, and you follow it up with an HE, just looking down this corridor. That's if you want to like aggress, or you just want to throw consistent nades. I like playing single, taking pot shots, dropping down, smoking to delay. You don't want to always jump back up, but if you jump back up at the back and don't jump again after like an idiot, you can refrag, you can play around the smoke. I mean, your goal is to delay for your rotating players. Kind of same thing with B, except your rotating player is going to be closer to you usually. You're a B anchor, getting down. I keep bumping into walls, man. You throw a Kamali like that. If you throw it a little bit later, you can get it kind of more in the doors, but they can beat this Molly. It's possible. So following up with like a lower aimed HE can be good. That bounce is like pretty an outlier, I think. Throwing it like that, or throwing off of this, it's gonna be good. You shouldn't be scared of aggressing here, but off of like a smoke like this, you can kind of walk down, lurk over it, or kind of ride around. And then also, you should know this flash. You can flash for your cave player if he doesn't know it, but you're looking around where this bucket is, up to the right. There's also two 2x4s there. But obviously, you want to be running up to the flash, like turned and ready. It full blinds this guy, full blinds these spots. Okay, now we'll go over kind of the bread and butter of this map, which is like actually important to know all the util for. Mid control and cave control on CT side. Good Molly is to, while you're running up, look at this, then you kind of strafe out a little bit to get around the door and let it rip. And that goes pretty deep. It'll often spread to there. But that's more of the anti-run out one, and you pair that up with any of the deep smokes. I like this is like the complexity style smoke. Obviously they throw it from spawn, but it lands really deep. It doesn't put out this Molly, and they can't really lurk through it. Other versions of the smoke, like aiming at this thing and like run throwing, I don't like those as much personally. And then flashes, anti-rush flash, kind of looking along this line here, and you're just trying to get it behind this pillar. You can throw it more to the right than you think because the wall's kind of slanted. Blinds the run out. This jump is makeable. It's harder than I thought though. So that's the donut and the mid player. I need to know some combination of that. Follow it up, layered it with HEs, relayer the flashes if you really want bottom mid. And the donut and mid player need to play as a pair. The same thing with the cave player and the B player need to play as a pair. So let's talk about cave. A bunch of different mollies for cat ramp, B ramp type things. You could run up while looking at the tree. That'll do a molly that lands really close to the door, so the best 2 spawns beat it, and the 3rd best spawn takes like 5 damage. But if you know they're not going fast, it's fine. It can restrict some more space. The harder it is, the easier one to throw. If you left click, right click, so this is a middle click throw, starting with left click, and you run up and you're gonna jump throw. You're aiming at this blue line, and you're throwing it kind of before you get to here for sure. And again, it's a jump throw. I threw it a little early, I guess. Yeah, I threw it a little early. That lands, same spot, but a little further, so it's going to stop more people. And the one that a lot of people like to throw, I hate it, but it's good. It's objectively good. I don't like throwing it. You kind of run in this corner. Now, once you get here, you're A and Wing, turning this way, because your lineup is going to be looking along this blue line, kind of a little bit to the left of this niche in the ground. And it's a jump throw. A jump A-W throw. So that's the cave mollies, also an HE. It's kind of right after you throw this molly, you kind of pause, stop your velocity, and then aim a little bit lower with a HE, and then you start running again and throw it. If you get fast at that, that Nade will do a lot of damage. If you know they're beating your mollies, or you did the molly that lands further down for some reason, you can throw an anti-rush flash if you know they're aggro. That'll blind the first 2 people if they decide to peek off of it. Or late round, if you want to clear a cave, it can also be good to clear all of cave. Rain and other cave players like the smoke a lot. Okay, so with that smoke, you can spam through here, or peek over mid, but do it with your teammates. After you're out of Util, you fall back to B and like just talk to your B player and play like crossfires, like backside and second oranges, or like pillar long, any crossfire. That's all the CT nades.